New Secure America Act 2025, what it means for every immigrant in the U.S. It's official. The Secure America Act is no longer a proposal, it's active law. And whether you are a green card holder, visa applicant, or someone sponsoring a family member, you are now operating under a completely different immigration system. The act took effect quietly in August 2025, but immigrants across the country are already feeling the impact. If you're planning to renew, adjust your status, or submit a new application, you need to know what's changed and how to prepare right now, before your case gets delayed or denied. What is the Secure America Act? Officially known as H.R. 1, this law is the centerpiece of the Trump administration's 2025 immigration overhaul. Unlike previous policies focused on border walls or visible enforcement, the Secure America Act works behind the scenes. It centralizes immigration decisions, removes much of the discretion that individual officers used to have, and connects USCIS directly to other federal enforcement databases. This means even legal residents, people who've been in the U.S. for years, now face stricter screenings, higher denial rates, and far fewer options to fix mistakes. Key changes starting August 1st, 2025. While the law was signed earlier this year, the first major wave of changes hit on August 1st. From that date forward, biometric data, fingerprints, facial scans, and other identifiers became mandatory for almost all filings. Real-time data sharing began between USCIS and agencies like the IRS, DMV, Social Security Administration, and Department of Labor. Now, even a small mismatch between your immigration file and your tax records can trigger delays, audits, or outright denials. August 21st, the second wave of enforcement. A second phase of changes is already set for August 21st, 2025, and it's even tougher. Here's what's coming. Green card rescreenings. Existing permanent residents will face new background checks before renewal. DMV identity cross-checks. Driver's license records will be matched against immigration data for inconsistencies. Stricter public charge rules. Financial reviews will now go deeper, looking at past and present benefit use. In short, even if you've been in the U.S. for decades, you're treated like a first-time applicant when you renew your status. Green card renewals are no longer routine. In the past, Form I-90 renewals were simple. Submit your fee, get your new card. Not anymore. Under the Secure America Act, every renewal now triggers a full background check, a complete review of your immigration history, employment records, past filings, and even sealed or dismissed legal cases. Any mismatch, no matter how small, could result in rejection, investigation, or referral to ICE. And this process is automatic. You may not get any warning before your case moves toward denial. Fee waivers. Almost gone. Previously, if you couldn't afford the filing fees, you could apply for a fee waiver. Now, unless you are far below the federal poverty line, your request will almost certainly be denied. If your waiver is rejected, your entire application can be returned without review and without refund. This applies to DACA renewals, green card filings, and citizenship applications. Biometrics, for nearly everyone. As of August, fingerprinting, facial scans, and digital verification are now required for nearly all immigration processes, not just for applicants, but also for sponsors, U.S. citizens filing for relatives. And that biometric data is now shared with multiple law enforcement and employment databases, making it easier for the government to flag unauthorized work, identity changes, past filing errors, data sharing, the new reality. USCIS is no longer the only agency looking at your case. Now, it's cross-verified with IRS tax records, DMV driver's license data, employment history, public benefit records. Even small differences, like a different address on your tax return, can cause your file to be flagged as high risk. The new public charge rule, stricter than ever. The Secure America Act revives and strengthens Trump's 2020 public charge rule. Now, even temporary use of programs like Medicaid, SNAP, food stamps, or housing assistance could be used against you. Unenrolling from benefits today does not erase your history. Officers will look at past use, not just your current status. Affidavit of support, no room for weakness. Sponsors now face tougher scrutiny. Form I-864 must include 3 years of tax returns, job verification letters, Bank statements. Even small gaps in employment or vague income documentation can lead to requests for evidence, RFEs, or denials. Who's most at risk? The groups currently being hit hardest by the Secure America Act include applicants with sealed or dismissed criminal records, anyone with a history of public benefit use, people with unfiled taxes or false work history. If you fall into any of these categories, it's critical to consult a licensed immigration attorney before filing. Who might benefit? It's not all bad news. The new system favors applicants who have clean criminal and immigration records, can show stable income and no benefit use, submit complete, well-documented applications. Because officers are now relying more on automation, strong cases could move faster. Documents you should prepare right now. Regardless of your status or application type, you should gather valid passport, current or expired green card copy, 3 years of tax returns, W-2s, or 1099s, pay stubs and employment verification, proof of residence, FBI background check or police clearance if you've had any legal issues. For actions to take immediately, fix your tax history, amend and file missing returns now. Transition off public benefits. Switch to private or employer insurance if possible. Organize your finances. Make sure deposits, income records, and job letters all match. Resolve legal issues. Get your criminal history summary and review with a lawyer. The bottom line: the Secure America Act has reset the immigration system. You're no longer just dealing with USCIS. Now the IRS, DMV, and Homeland Security are watching your file. The margin for error is zero. But if your records are clean, your documents complete, and your case well prepared, you can still succeed. Take action before you file, because once your case is flagged, fixing it can be extremely difficult. If you found this update helpful, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next immigration alert. This is USA Alert Zone, keeping you informed and prepared.